Daniel James Brown, men's track and field and cross country. He was the first Army runner to break the 4-minute barrier in the mile and earned All-America status 3 times in track and field. During an academy career that spanned from 1993 through 97, Brown ran his way to 7 individual Patriot League titles and established 6 academy records. He excelled at distances from the mile to 10,000 meters. During indoor seasons, he won Patriot League titles in the mile twice, as well as the 5,000. Outdoors, he was the 1,500-meter champion 2 times and captured 2 5,000 titles as well. Brown also excelled in cross country, winning the IC4A title during his stellar senior year. Impressively, 5 of Brown's 6 academy records still stand today, but his greatest athletic achievement came as a member of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team in Athens, where he qualified and competed in both the 10,000-meter run and the marathon. From the class of 1997, Daniel James Brown. Joseph Charles Casey, men's soccer. He is the most prolific scorer that Army soccer has ever seen. Joe Casey capped his brilliant career as the program's all-time leader in points with 139, goals with 56, and assists with 27. Furthermore, the records he established have never been challenged in the nearly 40 years since he last donned an Army soccer uniform. Casey earned 3 varsity letters and also set single-season records of 22 goals and 44 points en route to honorable mention All-America accolades in 1965. He followed that up with a 20-goal season in 1966, while also serving as team captain. Even more impressive is the fact that Casey's on-field exploits helped the Black Knights craft a 3-year mark of 32-7-6, along with 3 successive trips to the semifinals of the NCAA tournament. From the class of 1967, Joseph Charles Casey. Edgar Douglas Kenna Jr., football, men's basketball, and tennis. A 3-sport standout, Doug Kenna was an All-American quarterback who helped guide Army to its first ever national football title in 1944, as the Black Knights embarked on a 3-year run in which they dominated the National Collegiate Gridiron landscape. Kenna was inducted into the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame in 1984. In addition to his football prowess, Kenna excelled in basketball and tennis during his undergraduate career. He earned honorable mention All-America accolades in basketball following his junior and senior seasons, and was instrumental in the Black Knights compiling a 27-game win streak that spanned 3 seasons. In addition, Kenna also served as captain of the undefeated men's tennis team that went 11-0 in 1945, and during the course of his senior year, the football, basketball, and tennis teams combined to forge a remarkable 34-1 record. From the class of 1945, Edgar Douglas Kenna Jr. Deanne Ranna Macklin, volleyball. During a stellar 4-year playing career, Deanne Macklin appeared in an astounding 462 games, more than all but one other Black Knight player. She built an impressive resume that included 2 career records, the first for kills with 1,718 and the second for digs with 1,466. In all, Macklin had a hand in 8 individual records, spanning career, season, match, and game levels, with 6 of those standards having yet to be equaled. She set Army's match record of 43 kills as a senior. Moreover, with 4 30-plus kill performances, she is the only Black Knight with more than 2 in a career. And to this day, she remains the Patriot League's career leader in kills, while listing second on the league's all-time digs chart. At All-Patriot League first-team selection in 1994 and 1995, Macklin was named the Patriot League's Player of the Year following her senior season. Macklin helped the Black Knights to Patriot League titles in 1992 and 1994, as Army carved a 22-5 league record during her tenure. From the class of 1996, Deanne Ranna Macklin. Stephen Gouldreau Marshall, Gymnastics. He was an athlete who made an immediate impact upon Army's gymnastics program as a plebe. Eventually, Steve Marshall found his way to international competition and etched his name among the Academy's elite gymnasts during a 4-year varsity career. During his senior season, Marshall became the first Black Knight in 57 years to win the Eastern Intercollegiate Gymnastics League's all-around crown. He was also a finalist for the Nissen Award, college gymnastics' highest athletic honor. As a junior, Marshall won the Eastern Intercollegiate Gymnastics League title on the parallel bars and was selected the league's Rookie of the Year in 1993. Marshall qualified for the NCAA championships 3 times and went on to set Academy records for the all-around, parallel bars, and the high bar. During the summer of 1995, he earned a spot on the U.S. senior national team, becoming the first Army gymnast since 1960 to secure that prestigious honor. From the class of 1996, Stephen Gouldreau Marshall. Michael Mayweather, football. He's the only Army football player to have compiled multiple 1,000-yard rushing seasons. Mike Mayweather eclipsed the 1,000-yard plateau 3 times in his career, en route to establishing the Academy's career rushing record with 4,299 yards. So dominant was Mayweather that he eclipsed Army's career rushing record, held by legendary running back Glenn Davis, in the final game of his junior season. In a sparkling senior campaign, Mayweather set the Academy's single-season rushing standard with 1,337 yards, was named a first-team All-American, and finished 10th in the Heisman Trophy voting. In addition to his rushing record, Mayweather forged Academy standards with over 5,500 all-purpose yards, in addition to 21 100-yard rushing games. He also ranked 2nd in kickoff return yards and 4th in scoring for a career. Mayweather amassed 1,022 ground yards in 1988, a total that helped the Black Knights earn a date opposite Alabama in the John Hancock Sun Bowl. From the class of 1991, Michael Mayweather. Dennis Mahaan Mikey, football player and coach. He is considered the father of Army football, and the Black Knights' home stadium bears his name. Dennis Mikey served as team captain and head coach of the Black Knights' first football team in 1890. Mikey convinced a group of Navy students to issue a challenge to West Point officials for a football game, and he later persuaded Academy leadership to accept the challenge, laying the foundation for what has become one of the nation's classic gridiron rivalries. A year later, in 1891, Mikey served as team captain when the Black Knights opened the season with the program's initial victory, a 10-6 win over Fordham, and later avenged their loss to Navy with a 32-16 trouncing of the midshipmen. Upon graduation, Mikey remained at the Academy, directing Army to a 3-1-1 record as head football coach in the fall of 1892. Mikey, who had reached the rank of captain, was killed in action on San Juan Hill in 1898 during the Spanish-American War. From the class of 1892, Dennis Mahaan Mikey. Leo Wenzel Novak, head coach, track and field, cross country, and men's basketball. He's Army's all-time leader in coaching victories in both men's basketball and outdoor track and field. Leo Novak compiled an unparalleled overall winning percentage of .739, 326 wins, 115 losses, and a tie during his quarter-century tenure at the Academy. In a combined 68 competitive seasons spanning 4 sports, only 3 Novak-led Army squads suffered through a losing campaign. In addition, he was the driving force behind the creation of Army's indoor track and field program in 1942 and directed the team to an 11-2 mark during the initial 8 years of its existence. Under his tutelage, Army teams captured 9 major indoor and outdoor track championships and 3 cross-country titles. In addition, 2 cadets established world records, while more than 50 of his athletes won Eastern and NCAA crowns. Head coach Wenzel Novak. David Clayton Rost, hockey. No player in NCAA hockey history has scored more points than Dave Rost, who compiled an astounding 330 points during his remarkable 4-year career in Army. Ross was tabbed a first-team All-East selection in 1977, which capped a sparkling senior season in which he set an academy record with 108 points. In addition, he shared the NCAA single-season scoring mark with Clarkson's Dave Taylor. The Black Knights' career assist leader with 226, Ross tallied 104 career goals to graduate in third place in that category. His 66 assists in 1974-75 remain an academy record. The Black Knights won at least 18 games during each of his 4 years on the varsity. They compiled a 78-31-3 record and earned 4 successive trips to the ECAC Division II tournament. Ross led the team in scoring during each of his final 3 campaigns. From the class of 1977, David Clayton Rost. Joseph Benton Steffi Jr., football. Army's only Outland Trophy winner, Joe Steffi dominated the trenches as a two-way lineman when Army ruled the college football landscape during the 1940s. Steffi capped his brilliant career by accepting the 1947 Outland Trophy, awarded to college football's most outstanding lineman. That same year, Steffi served as football team captain and was named a first-team All-American guard. During his 3-year varsity career, Steffi helped the Black Knights to a 23-2-3 record, including national championships in 1945 and 1946. He was part of the front line that opened holes for back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners Felix Doc Blanchard in 1945 and Glenn Davis in 1946. From the class of 1949, Joseph Benton Steffi, Jr. Pamela Denise Pearson, women's basketball and track and field. The only female two-sport All-American in Army history, Pam Pearson parlayed her vast athletic talents into standout careers in both basketball and track and field. She graduated as Army's all-time leading rebounder with 881, while also setting the Academy's triple jump record of 40 feet 4 1/2 inches. During the 1983-84 basketball season, she led Army to an Academy record 25 victories and the program's first NCAA appearance. Pearson capped her brilliant sophomore season when she became the first Black Knight women's basketball player to earn All-America honors, an honor she earned again a year later in 1985. In 3 varsity seasons, Pearson ascended to 4th on Army's career scoring list, while also establishing a rebound record that stood for 18 years. Additionally, Pearson earned track and field All-America accolades in both the long jump and triple jump during her senior year. From the class of 1986, Pamela Denise Pearson. Holly Ann Pedley, women's soccer. A second-team All-American in 1994, Holly Pedley remains the only Black Knight women's soccer player ever accorded All-America status at the Division I level, in addition to being a 3-time first-team regional All-American. Pedley put forth the finest season ever by a Black Knight during her 1994 plebe campaign. That year, she earned not only the Patriot League Rookie of the Year award, but also Player of the Year honors as well. During that incredible season, she established Army's single-season records of 52 points and 18 assists to go with 17 goals. Still listed atop the Academy's career assist list with 48, Pedley graduated in second place on the career points chart with 144 and occupies the 4th spot on the career goals list with 48. During her 4-year varsity career, the Black Knights forged an impressive 54-29-1 mark. As a senior, Pedley was named the Patriot League's Offensive Player of the Year as well as Co-Scholar Athlete of the Year. From the class of 1998, Holly Ann Pedley. Eric Gordon Tipton, head coach, baseball and sprint football. Following a stellar football career at Duke and a pro baseball career that included 501 Major League appearances, Eric Tipton carved a sterling head coaching career at Army and became the Academy's all-time wins leader in both baseball and sprint football. Over a 20-year coaching career, Tipton guided the Black Knights to 3 Eastern Intercollegiate Baseball League titles. He amassed 234 wins during his tenure and a .538 winning percentage. Although his victory standard since has been passed, Tipton's teams posted double-digit victory totals 16 times, including an 18-win campaign in 1960 that tied the Academy's single-season record. Tipton was also the first coach of Army's sprint football program and observed his lightweight Warriors win or share 13 league titles. Army forged the stellar 104-14-1 mark under his tutelage. Tipton was inducted into the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame in 1965. Head coach Eric Gordon Tipton. Gary Joseph Winton, men's basketball, and head coach softball. By the time he received his West Point degree, Gary Winton had virtually rewritten the Army men's basketball record book and established a dozen game, season, and career records. Winton led Army in both scoring and rebounding during each of his 4 varsity campaigns and graduated as the program's career leader in both points with 2,296 and rebounds with 1,168. In fact, he shattered the existing scoring mark at the time by nearly 1,000 points. Even more, his rebounding standard still stands today, 27 years after his graduation. A 2-time honorable mention All-American, Winton forged 14 30-point scoring performances in his career, along with 17 games where he gathered 15 or more rebounds. In 1990, he returned to the Academy to serve a 1-year stint as head softball coach, crafting a 29-10 record. From the class of 1978, Gary Joseph Winton.